Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, January 17th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past week. We got questions about, did the Google search ranking volatility start to cool significantly? Lots of tools are talking about that. I have a lot of information on that. That might be interesting, so definitely stay tuned. Google AI overviews also can show while that page or that site have a manual action. Google Maps may have fixed their Google Maps pin hack, which is super interesting, and Google versus Bing search market share, plus so much more on SEO and PPC, so definitely stay tuned. In a new place, on vacation, but wanted to record this video, so I'm recording it the night before. Hopefully no core update will be released that day. But that being said, hopefully that's okay. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Wix. So make sure to check out the Wix SEO Learning Hub. Lots of amazing free information there, so check them out at wix.com and check out the Wix SEO Learning Hub. Thank you so much for sponsoring Wix. Okay, so first up, Google's search ranking volatility seems to be cooling down. We reported about it over the weekend. A lot of the tools are showing cooling of the volatility in the Google search results, meaning less movement and less ranking changes across the Google search results, which is very, very weird. It's still somewhat heated, but not significantly. And we've seen that throughout last weekend through today, and it hasn't really heated up that much since. There is a little bit of volatility more, but the chatter, like in my later post in the middle of the week, seems to be like Google's ranking for volatility is still there. The chatter is still there, I mean, but the tools really aren't picking it up on that much. So it's super interesting to see that because, again, the chatter is pretty high, but the tools are showing very low volatility. The question is why? And I'm noticing, and this is confirmed by Tomic at ZipTie, who tracks, they have a really cool tool that tracks AI overviews very closely. He said we observed a decrease, approximately 2 percentage points in AI detection rates through ZipTie's tracking system. It seems Google's blocking AI overview checkers in a smart way, far beyond traditional CAPTCHAs. We're looking for ways to improve it. Now, it seems like other tools also are noticing this, so that's super interesting to see. That being said, again, it seems like the volatility is still there, but the tracking tools are being blocked a little bit by Google. I'm trying to get more statements from the other companies that are tracking those, the tools that are tracking the Google search volatility, to see if there's actually some type of blocking going on there beyond what Google has done in the past. So definitely stay tuned. I'll have more information about that over the coming weeks, hopefully. Google AI overviews could show up for pages that have manual action. So if a page is penalized or the site is penalized, Google could still show that page or that site in an AI overview, even if that page is not showing up in web search, in core search results. It may be a delay, I'm not sure. Lily Ray was the first to spot this a couple weeks ago. She said pages hit by manual actions still appear in the AI overviews, weeks and months after being demoted in the organic search. And she showed examples of the page showing in the AI overviews, not showing in the core web results, and so forth. And also the rankings dropped significantly. Glenn Gabden this week noticed it as well for a different site, basically saying, yep, it's true. So super interesting. I assume this is some sort of delay where the feature that says, hey, this page should not show in the search results is just slower when it comes to AI overviews based on manual actions. Talking about manual actions, Google has updated their manual actions for News and Discover, Google Discover, policy violations. Specifically, there's a bunch of new deceptive practice sections added to that, as well as they updated the hateful content section, and they removed adult theme and artificial freshening policies there. This is spotted by Gagan, who actually noticed this recently, but the change happened somewhere between October 10th and November 27th, and we didn't notice this until Gagan actually posted about it, so nice find there. Google, John Mueller said that third-party review boxes, you know where you have like these reviews from these third-party websites that show up in European search results, he said they're most likely algorithmically selected. You can't opt into them. You can't submit your website for them. It's not like hard-coded. This happens with the DMA laws with European sites where Google has to show these types of boxes. And John Mueller said John Mueller said these things tend to be algorithmic, and there's nothing we could be able to say about specific entries. So it's very interesting there. Again, that seems to be algorithmic. Google updated their developer docs around rating reviews, review snippets, specifically saying, we recommend only accepting ratings that are accompanied by review comments and the author's name. While it's not required, this approach can help users see supporting details that explain that rating. So again, Google now wants ratings, it's recommended, not required, to have the author's name and that comment along with it. Again, it makes sense to me, but again, it's not a requirement, it is a recommendation. Google's Maps pin attack exploit seems to have been fixed. Ben Fisher noticed this had been fixed. He actually posted about it. This has been going on for about a year or so, and it was pretty scary. People moving pins all over the place, getting those businesses suspended and so forth, and putting them in one location and then not showing up in the map. So these parts of this seems to be fixed. I haven't tested it to make sure. I'm not going to go ahead and exploit or hurt a business just to test this, but Ben Fisher noticed that this was actually fixed. Google's search generative AI could show up for people also search for. This is spotted by Radu Anezgi, who basically showed an example of people search for and using this is generated using AI and it's experimental. So nice find there as well. Talking about generated AI or generative using AI and experimental, Google's also testing this for what people are saying. It's spotted by a bunch of people, including Kashul, who noticed that it's showing both this what people are saying section without AI generation and with AI generation. So he posted a video of that in the same search results set, which is pretty interesting. The video tab in Google search works with continuous scroll. Google removed continuous scroll like a year or so ago for the main search results, but on the video tab, it still shows. This is spotted by Frank Santman on Mastodon, so pretty interesting to see that as well. Not sure if Google removed it at one point, brought it back, but continuous scroll is still there when you go on the video tab. This is a weird one. When you go to Google search, Google search is testing when you click on the pagination bar, the ability to where it basically zooms into the page. We saw Google testing where it swipes from right to left into the page. Now Google's testing zooming this in. This is spotted by Martin McGarry. Nice find there as well. There is this scary Google Ads phishing scam where if you do a search for Google Ads, sometimes this Google Sites listing will show up. So sites.google.com. So people would think it's actually a Google domain name, which it is, but it's not managed by Google. And then you go to this page that looks like a Google Ads login, and you click on it, it asks you to log into your Google account, but that URL is not a Google domain name, and it's actually a phishing domain name where it actually asks you to enter in your username and password, where it takes your Google Ads account information, pass it along to a scammer to go ahead and, I guess, maybe hack your Google Ads account. So be very careful that when you click on the Google Ads link, the sponsor links, that they're actually from Google Ads themselves, google.com, and not sites.google or some other domain name, because that's a scary phishing scam. And Google confirmed they are looking into this, and they said this is something they take seriously, and they'll hopefully get rid of it. I've personally not been able to replicate it, but these things come and go really quickly. Google Ads may be bringing out something called Search Max. Search Max is like a new feature that kind of gives you more information about your ads and shows up in the reporting. This is spotted by Adrian Decker. Very interesting find there as well. So Search Max may be coming soon. Google Hotels is updating their Google Hotel policies around availability and rates. So Google basically said they don't want you to go ahead and change the availability or rates after somebody tries to, after they enter their information, like their personal information. Plus, you have to show the availability and rates before people actually enter their personal information. So the people shouldn't have to be required to enter their information to unlike to see if the rates are available and if the hotel is available. And then you shouldn't change that information after the person enters that information. That policy is going live in February, to be aware of that. Bing is testing an updated AI answer Copilot feature where they're actually more publisher friendly. They're showing really long links to publishers with their favicons and so forth. This is spotted by Sashin. Nice find there. Very nice to see Microsoft doing that with Bing Search. Bing Search is also testing bolding the sponsor labels, so making the sponsor labels in the Bing Search results more visible. Again, I don't think this is going to go live, but this test again was spotted by Sashin Patel. Nice find there as well. And Bing Ads is also testing see more links, which will show you more site links in the Bing search results. This is also spotted by Sashin, who when you click on the see more results, the see more links, it shows more links under that, which is basically the ad site links. Google announced they're partnering with the AP, the Associated Press, to provide more real-time information to Gemini, and I guess search in general, I'm not sure. So the AP will now deliver a feed of real-time information to help further enhance the usefulness of results displayed in the Gemini app. No money in terms of was disclosed around this deal. I know AP has a deal with OpenAI for ChatGPT, so now they have a deal with Google for Gemini. And there was some information around search market share this week, where StatCounter updated their data. Not everybody goes by StatCounter, but this is according to Danny Goodwin. He reported that Google's search market share drops below 90% for the first time since 2015. There's lots of different ways to actually mash up this data backwards and forwards. So I post a lot of charts. Providers like Cloudflare also have this data, and they have them at 88.7% market share, and then 88 in November. So there's interesting to see that information again. The question is Google losing market share or not? That's the big question. And of course, having close to 90% market share is not really that scary. But if they are showing a small dip here and there, that could be a sign of dropping things. So hopefully there'll be more competition soon, but this will take a long time as more and more search engines come out, Perplexity, ChatGPT, and other AI search engines. In any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Hopefully this came out okay. I appreciate Wix for sponsoring. Everyone have a great, safe, and healthy week, and I'll see you guys next. Bye-bye.